Not every stoichiometry problem will look exactly the same. So here's an example where we're asked to find the limiting reactant and the theoretical yield when 20 moles of chemical A reacts with 18 moles of chemical B. So the first thing to notice is we already have the reactants A and B in the units of moles. So we do not need to worry about the periodic table and the molar mass, because that's useful if we want to turn grams into moles. If we want to relate any two chemicals together, we have to have them in moles, so this problem avoids that step. We already have moles of A and B. The second thing to notice is it asks us for the theoretical yield, but there are two products. So you could find the theoretical yield of chemical C or of chemical D. When you find the theoretical yield, as long as you list which one it is, it's going to be a correct answer. And the same thing goes for the limiting reactant. Whether you use C or D, you will find the same limiting reactant. So let's say I select chemical C to be my chemical I'm interested in making. So if I want to know how many moles of chemical C I'm going to make starting from 20 moles of A, and notice my theoretical yield is usually in grams, but it doesn't always have to be in grams. In this case, I don't know what chemical C is from the periodic table, so I can't find its molar mass. So reading the question, what is the theoretical yield? This should say in units of moles. So it won't be unclear whether you want to find it in grams or whether you want to find it in moles. 20 moles of A, turn moles of A into moles of C. Using the mole to mole ratio, 4 moles of A turn into 3 moles of C. So this is going to give me an answer of 15 moles of C. I do the same, how many moles of C, and now I can't change between C and D if I'm comparing the two reactants. Once I made my choice for the theoretical yield, I have to keep that the same for both reactants. And this time I start with 18 moles of chemical B. Turn moles of B into moles of C. Mole to mole ratio, 2 moles of B produce 3 moles of C. So this is going to give me an answer of 27 moles of C. Limiting reactant must be chemical A, because that produces the smaller amount of product. My theoretical yield is 15 moles of C. Notice my limiting reactant, I actually had more of that. I had 20 moles of chemical A and I had fewer moles of chemical B. A ran out first, and that has to do with the difference in the coefficients.